we're getting some new reports, some new exit polls here. What's the latest that you can tell us?
Well, I mean, right now, several news organizations, including our own, are citing electoral authorities, basically saying that he has effectively won with 56% of the vote. That was nearly 90% of the vote counted. Is it the absolute final result? No, votes are not being counted, but he is being reported now as having won Brazil's presidential election. France 24 itself is right now reporting that he has won the presidential election. We do not have final results yet. But this is obviously not a surprise. This is what, all day for several days leading up to this, ever since really the first round, when he won by a resounding majority of the vote over the Workers' Party candidate. This has been expected, this result. The question right now, obviously there's going to be a look at the breakdown. Will it be the traditional groups that we've been talking about all night? Where did the vote come from? Which parts of the country? We had mentioned earlier that the very poorest parts of Brazil early on in the first round had tended to go for the Workers' Party candidate Haddad, Bolsonaro's rival. Parts of the Amazon also voted for Haddad. Most of the rest of Brazil, overwhelmingly most of it, voted for Bolsonaro. So it'll be interesting to see how those trends all shaped up, how they fell in the various classes of society, how the business elites, the big landowner classes in Brazilian society versus more right-wing elements, the ones who are nostalgic for dictatorship, versus the evangelicals, he himself being evangelical, making an overt pitch to that sort of law and order on the crime front and family values, traditional family values, and even a lot of the women supporting him. It will be fascinating to see what percentage of the women in Brazil voted for a candidate who at one point told a female colleague in parliament, "You are too ugly to rape," a comment which is so astounding. It almost defies belief. But there were quite a few women who supported Bolsonaro. It will be interesting to see what that final breakdown is in Brazil.